What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again. We got ourselves the next subscriber showcase for y'all today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. The subscriber showcase is that one episode that we do out of the year. It seems like it's been so long, where we take the opportunity to showcase our subscribers' arena defense. When they find me in the arena, they will shoot me an email, childish402@gmail.com, with the subject line subscriber showcase. And if I am home and available, I will definitely record this and go ahead and do like a unit review or account review with regards to your current arena defense. So let's take a look here. We got ourselves Shibu, as you saw. We got Velajul. We got Fenyin, and then we got Iona. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Chiwu, first off, running Despair, Focus, Speed, HP. So the Focus is definitely going to give you that opportunity to have the accuracy that you need without sacrificing accuracy rune on 6. I definitely like that. Your HP overall is extremely strong considering the amount of defense, the amount of hit points that you running. You could tell that he has some really grinded out runes here. Roughly 63 to 65% defense substats on here. And on the flip side, he has almost 60 to 63% grinded out substats on the HP as well. So you could tell like right away that's almost like a defense rune and an HP rune. So overall, really take Ichiru. I definitely like that. This is going to be a hard one to go, and I think you saw from my fight there, it took me a little particular. So I like that tanky concept. I definitely like that approach here on this unit. Next one up here, we got Velajul running a speed, HP, defense here. So, when I initially looked at that, I didn't notice in the fight that he wasn't on violent. I just realized that he was pretty fast. I can understand him trying to run a faster Velajul in this situation, but if it's not on violent, it's going to definitely hurt down the road. This is one of those units out there that its cooldown time is too strong not to have this on a violent set. I mean, we're almost, 3-turn immunity for a 4-turn cooldown, and having a violent set, you can almost keep the rest of your units on a 100% immunity uptime there. So I hopefully want to see him on a violent set with more or less the same substats there. Good HP, good defense. Work on that accuracy if you can, because you can't forget the fact that this guy can buff remove, and having the opportunity to remove that is pretty darn strong. Next one up, we got ourselves Iona. Iona running the violent HP here. So overall, pretty decent HP. Speed is okay. The unfortunate thing here is you're having to use speed on 2 to get the stats that you want, but because of her base HP, you're still able to get respectable HP here. Defense substats are pretty darn good. I'd like to see more or less the same speed, but with an HP rune on 2, and the reason being is even though this is considered a support based unit, you cannot deny the fact that Iona can actually, like some support units out there with attacks based on max HP, she can actually put out some pretty decent numbers when you're pushing that 40k HP range, and it's definitely doable. I've seen a lot of people out there, but yeah, Violent Will is good. I like that overall. We got over here a Fen Yang defense HP. Now this is pretty good. We got ourselves a skill that is going to be providing additional damage proportion to the defense. So keep in mind, for those of you guys that have the Wind Panda, you definitely want to rune him with defense on 4 versus crit damage. This is one of the few units, if not the only unit out there, where their main damage scales off of defense. It's not, the critical damage here is not going to benefit you. So definitely that's going to be a good round here. As far as the overall composition, relative to your rank and where you're trying to fight, I like the idea of the trying to run the fast Velajul to get the first turn, but even though you're running him on Swift, the speed that you're running is still not going to be competitive to where you're at in the Guardian ranks. You're going to need to push it to the limit. I'd like to see you swap out Velajul for Orion. Give yourself more of an offensive approach, even though Velajul is great because it provides that cleanse and immunity and whatnot. If you're gonna try to have something that's gonna push the envelope here, I do like the Orion type of approach. The RNG of Orion is too darn strong not to consider in the arena, and if you're going to utilize it, hopefully, because you don't have any speed Swift from Zombies, hopefully you're going to be able to put your best Swift runes on here to get the job done. I see that you're running Swift Shield here. I see the speed that is great, but keep in mind that if you are trying to push the envelope here, you're gonna want to put your fastest runes on it. And I think you have some room here with a 215 Despair Chiwu. You can push yourself, with a 280-ish speed Orion, and then have Chiwu follow through without being too in sync, somewhere around that range. But if you do something like that, you're going to be looking at, bringing some kind of speed-based units here to kind of follow through and get the job done. Considering the fact that you're running slower units here, you're going to have some speed gaps here. Like right now, you have your 230-ish Veligil going, and then even though you got that 30% attack bar, you have yourself, the 140, the 150-ish Iona, and the 15, 120 here, Fen Yang. So these guys are going to be, you're going to have a speed gap issue with there, so you want to correct that. As far as what I would recommend to do. Honestly, there's too many options here to kind of play around, but I do like the Chiwu Orion combo. And then figuring out what kind of either DPS or if you want to run like a more offensive approach, a little DPS action, or you want to run a slower approach. I mean, you can go that route, but then you're gonna have to run Will on some of these units. I mean, we got to take a look at Mo Long here. Mo Long provides good DPS, provides that buff removal and the stuns with the thing here. So this is a great option too if you decide to play around with that. Obviously, the Wind Monkey King is great, but the Wind Monkey King is one of those units where it can be avoided due to the ability that it brings, right? So this is one of those OP units when it gets attacked. You're going to get a lot of extra DPS or whatnot, but as the opponent attacking you, they can potentially avoid it and essentially take out your team before working on this guy. As you kind of saw, that's the approach I took, even though it was kind of risky and I lost a few units. Obviously, my offense that I went up against you was not the same as what I would normally do. I wanted to have a little fun with that, but that's kind of the idea. I basically stayed away from the Wind Panda, let him just kind of do his thing while I focused on the other units all day. But yeah, overall, I think you kind of have to see, as far as your defense goes, see what you can do, and see if you want to, if you're not going to be the fastest one out there, you're going to be running rail, and you're going to be running units with some interesting kits that can potentially keep themselves alive and provide you the necessary harmful effects that can essentially guarantee you the win. So if I really want to see some kind of like Chiwu, Orion, possibly the Water Panda, and some kind of fire-based unit to kind of fill in the gap. I wish you had some kind of like fire kind of bruiser, like a Kumar would be great here. You'd have the heal from the Kumar. You would have 2 fire units to kind of shy away from those Lucians. But overall, we still got something to play around with. You can mess around with a Fen Yang in that spot, but it is still a little risky because of the fact that he's running defense. And so one Lucian here could take this unit out. But man, you got a couple of options. I'll have to let you play around with that. As always, guys, you're more than welcome to comment section down below. If you were to take a look at his monster box, what would you do and why? I'm kind of stuck between going with some kind of more of a yellow like Ciara the Chiwu Orion, and then some kind of offensive-ish, speedy-ish kind of DPS in that mix, or playing around with like a little bit slower approach, and running more of your bruiser comps with the interesting kits that provide you those buff removals, and just overall raw DPS here. You got a couple of options here, but as far as what we're focusing on the defense that you bring into the table, I definitely like it, sir. You got enough fire to deter the Lucians. The only downside is you need some. If you're going to run a Swift here and kind of get that first turn, you're going to need to push the speed on here. But again, I'd like to see him on a violence set and use a different unit if you're looking for attack power boosting, such as Orion, to get the job done. Other than that, see what you could do to get your HP up and possibly some more speed substats from these other runes. But other than that, that's pretty much it, my man. Thank you for allowing me to take a look at your account. As always, guys, if you are looking to have me do a quick review, shoot me an email, childish40@gmail.com. 402@gmail.com with the subject line subscriber showcase if you find me in the arena, so I can go ahead and fight you and then showcase the fight along with the kind of review here at the end. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Keep in mind that we are waiting. We're still waiting for that application shoe to come on back so that I can record the videos on the go. If I do find you, or if you do shoot me the email, I will let you know if it is up or down, so that, or if I'm home. If it is home, if I am home, I will go ahead and get that recorded so we can showcase to you guys. Okay, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Facebook and Twitter so you can see the sneak peeks of what's going down for the rest of the week. That is it. I am done. It's your boy Childish, your ChildishPlays. Checking out. Take care, and we'll see you next time, guys.